do similar things, but yet they all are different and unique in their own way. And so trust them. They're all going to have big moments for us. So, they just got to go play, and we'll do a good job of. And then sometimes the game dictates things, as far as rhythm and possessions and, how long is the drive? Maybe you score in 3 plays. So all those plans kind of go out the window. Maybe you got a 15-play drive, 10-play drive. So we'll use them, and really fortunate to have, those 3 guys. They've had a great camp, and they're excited about it. And the best thing is they're very selfless, and they really support each other. They want each other to be very successful, and they're a close group. Shipley and Moffa are roommates. It's a really tight-knit group, and they understand that they're gonna be stronger together.
Coach, Mitch Hyatt was the first true freshman to start for you on the offensive line as a true freshman. What has Blake Miller done in August to really earn your trust?
Same thing Mitch did, except he's bigger, stronger, longer, but similar demeanor. As Mitch. I mean, he's just. I think Mitch was maybe 290, maybe that when he came in here and started as a freshman, but just similar characteristics. Blake he's a giant, and he's one of the strongest kids on the team. It's just amazing to see a high school kid come in here like that. It's just rare. And then, obviously came in January, so his ability to have the opportunity to go through some installation and really, physically he was ready, which is rare for a lineman, or really any position, but mentally, just took to it, like a fish to water. And that's the way Mitch was. So, that's why he is where he is. He's earned it. It's created some opportunity and flexibility with that entire group, but really proud of him. He and Sadler, the other true freshman that came in January, both really talented, freshmen that'll help us this year.
You get ready to get on the bus Monday. What's going to be one thing that you're like, you haven't seen your team play since last December? What's one position group or one thing that you're like, I can't wait to see this and see how it turns out?
Offensive line. We'll see them play. We'll see them. It's just been a great group, man. It's been a great offseason. I mean, you look at Putnam. Being able to move him in the spring was awesome. He's healthy. He's 314 pounds. He's just transformed himself. Walker Parks this time last year, getting ready to get his first start. And this guy is a really good football player. That's unbelievably committed and passionate. Just he's in a different place. Marcus Tate. This time last year, true freshman, really wasn't ready to start, but it's just kind of where we were. And, I'm excited. J Mack is J Mack. I mean, we've got one senior, and he is really a special guy. And, those 2 juniors in there, are doing a great job for us in Putnam and Park. So just like the makeup of the group and excited about it. And then the depth that we have, we've got, I think, 8 or 9 guys that I wouldn't have a problem putting in the game at any point. And so I'm excited about where we are, but really just see them go do it. They got to go do it. And I've seen them compete on this press. It's hard to come to practice every day at Clemson. If you're an offensive lineman, you better show up ready with the bunch you're practicing against. So it's been a lot of fun to watch them kind of go through that since last spring. And so just ready to go see them play somebody else.
You mentioned that Dietrich is a guy that could have possibly started for you guys last year. He's not listed on duty. Just where is he in his development?
I wouldn't worry about all that. He's right there. That's more of a reflection of what Brian Tucker's done. Brian Tucker is right there as far as being a starter for us. Mitchell Mays. We got that little redshirt sophomore group that have all taken a big step. Trent Howard, Linthicum, redshirt freshman, John Williams, finally getting him back. So it's just, he's just got to compete. He's physically getting close as far as where he needs to be. In fact, we were just talking about him last night, watching him run and practice. You know, he's going to be special. You know, but mentally, just getting everything where he needs to be so he can really play fast like we need him to. So he missed all last year, and not only did he missed all last year, and he was here he was coming. I mean, we really felt like he had a chance to be a starter for us. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're shut down. And not only are you not playing and developing the way you need to, now you're coming off an ACL. And you're a big man, and you missed the spring, so he's still just coming, but he's progressing great and got a bright future.
Does this group of corners have the potential to be the best group you've had?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We got talented guys for sure, but we've had a bunch of good ones come through here. We'll see how they do, but I think we got good players, and I think we've evaluated well, and it's good to see Fred, have the type of fall camp that he is capable. He's really, just last year he really wasn't very healthy the whole time, and he's been through a lot, but I just like where he is, Nate is just super talented but still putting it all together. True, really young player still, and he hadn't really played a lot under the lights yet. Sheridan is just solid and steady, and this guy's a fourth-year veteran. He's been through the battles. He's in a great spot physically, and he's confident. Same thing with Malcolm. He's healthy. So I just think we've got a really good group there, and those two young guys, Toriano and Lucas, man, they're what you're looking for. But they ain't taking a snap. So it's a good group. We got good guys there, but we gotta go do it.
At the beginning of spring, you had said you were interested in maybe adding an offensive lineman through the portal. Obviously, that hasn't happened. Was that a matter of you just didn't find the right guy, or have you seen so much from that group over the last 6 months that you no longer saw the value in needing to do that?
Both of those combination. Coming out of spring, we were really encouraged and excited about the guys that we have on the roster that we've recruited, that are developing. But we felt like we with Trotter out, that veteran guy, we felt like if we could find the right fit, a veteran, a graduate, a multi-year starter, somebody like that, then we would certainly consider that. And we did. We actually, there was two kids that we offered that we really liked, but we just didn't get them. But then there was nobody else that fit what we were looking for, and certainly compared to what we had on the roster. So, looked at two guys, again, would have taken one of the two, just didn't get them. But that was really it. And the whole portal, the whole world, there was only two. But if you look at how we recruit, I think we're third fewest offers in the class of 23. We're not we know what we're looking for.
This may piggyback off of that idea. I was reading a story on Tony Elliott in his first year at Virginia, and you're quoted in there saying that when you hired him, it was about hiring the person, not the resume. And I would certainly guess that is the same approach that you've had with hiring the coaches that you've brought in this offseason. Where did that mentality or that approach come from, and what does that mean to you? Like, what are you looking for in the right person? Like, what is that?
It just comes from my background and my experience. You win with people, you lose with them too. So that's just, I've competed at the highest level in this game, and it all comes back to chemistry and culture and a group of people working together. And I think you can, that's a very overlooked thing in anything, whether it's a business or it's a sporting team or whatever. I think being able to identify the right people. When I hired Tony, as I said there, as you just said, Tony had never coached a running back a day in his life. Played receiver, And when I told him he was going to coach running backs, he looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, he's like, "Coach, I'm like, I ain't worried about that." I said, "That's the easy part. I'm hiring you because of who you are. I'm hiring you because of this. I said, we get, and I experienced that when I got hired to, it was my exact words to Rich Wingo when, we all got fired at Alabama, and I'm 30 years old and I ain't got a job and I got 2 kids, and I couldn't get a coaching job, and paychecks running out in June, and I got a mortgage, and I got student loans, I got a lot of things. I got to figure it out. And next thing you know, Rich Wingo calls me, who's the president of his company, AIG Baker, and I don't even know what he did. And I go meet with him, and because I really didn't want to take the job. I was like, man, it was February, and I'm like, man, maybe I'll get a job at spring practice, and something will pop. And in those days too, you only had 9 coaches and 2 GAs. You didn't have support staff or any of that stuff. So it's hard. And so I'll never forget it. I'll never forget talking to Rich. And and I was qualified. I mean, I had my business degree and I had an MBA, but all I'd ever done was coach for 8 years. That's all I knew. And I'll never forget meeting with him. And he said, and I told him, I said, "Rich, I don't know anything about building shopping centers, or, I don't know anything about any of this stuff." He's wanting to send me. He's like, he's trying to create this vision for me, and I'm going to Las Vegas and somewhere in Olathe,